Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Standing in front of our beautiful Jan Boyce. Today we're going to go pick up a gem avocado at Maddock Nursery's growing fields and show how we can plant it. But that Jan Boyce right there is looking good, setting a couple fruit. I hope they hold. First year in this big container. Hang on, let's show you what we're doing. Here we are at Grow Generation, pick up some pods. Just picked up a couple of 20-gallon pots at our local hydroponic store, made in America. That's what we'll be putting our couple-year-old seedlings in. Once again, they are loaded with the Fox Farm stuff. A little dove that went in the tree there. Motorcycle races in the background. And the beautiful hills here in Lake Elsinore. Let's go back and pot these up. Well, here we are pulling into Laguna Hills Nursery. Let's go in and get us some soil. Well, I guess we've been talking too much about the soil here because they don't have any. This stuff is selling like hotcakes. So I took a look at some of the fruit out there. I did end up getting me a couple of peppers and a big bag of pumice. If I have to make my own soil, I got something to start with. This is the good pumice they use in the Gary's Top Pot soil. Say they're supposed to have some in midweek, but that's where it normally is, and that's where it's not today. Here's the pumice that you can get for everybody who always asks me how to make their own soil. Ready to use pumice. 100% natural volcanic rock. Great to let the oxygen and everything get through to the bottom layers of your roots and whatever you're planting. Mix it with peat moss, sand, and you get yourself a nice growing soil. Some charcoal, some biochar if you have it. You can look that up. I've got a video that I'll put up here in this corner on how to make your own soil. We'll take a look at that. This is the stuff I use. Well, I'm here at the Maddock Nursery growing fields here in Fallbrook. They're pretty bare, but they do have the gems. I've got gems from a couple of different places. I wanted to get one from here now that they, excuse the wind, now that they have a bunch and they propagate them here. I got my first gem a while ago, back when it was impossible for the residential people to get gems, but this one place had it. It gave me 6 fruit in 2019, nothing last year, and I don't remember it having the characteristics of a normal gem. So I wanted to come over here and get one from this grower at Maddock. So let's take a look at these beautiful gems and see what we can find. You can see how a lot of these potted Hass and different avocados are flowering like crazy right now. Real windy at the top of the hill here. Just looking to see what they have gem wise. Probably end up picking up a small one, but this is what they got and what's flowering. Again, excuse the wind. This way a little bit. Lots of flowering on these really healthy avocado trees from Maddock Nursery. Here's where Maddock propagates all the gems. These are all gems. Everything with the purple flags on them. Those rows are all sold. They've got a few here, the yellow flags here that are not sold, and the couple up front. They're kind enough to let me back here to show you folks. And then all the different varieties. They got Hass and Lamb Hass, back through here that they're also propagating for selling later. Let me pick up a gem and we'll hit the road. Okay, this is the little gem we're going to go for. It's got branching in all directions like I like. Nice little graft union. So we're going with this gem, and we'll show it in another video and see how we take care of it. The branching in all the directions is what I always look for. I don't really care about, you know, I got one over here that is loaded with avocados at this small little stage here. Look at this. Look at that. It's loaded with little avocados. Everything pollinated on that one. I'm not really interested in that one. They're not going to hold. I think it'll slow the growth down a little bit. So we're going with this one. Well, I finally did pick up some top pot soil. Didn't film it. I didn't think anybody needed to see me loading up a truck full of soil. Picked me up a dozen bags. As of yesterday, they got in a couple pallets. They had about 300 bags left. Need to call ahead if you want this stuff. Maybe we've been advertising it too much on the channel. I don't know. But they're selling it like hotcakes. Like I said before, give Laguna Hills Nursery a call before you head on down there. See if they have any in stock if you want to go pick some up. Well, here are the 3 gems that I have in various stages of their time here at the house. This one here I got a little over 2 years ago. Grew it in a pot for 2 years. Then we put it in the ground. And as you can see, it's spread all over the place. Sort of does what it wants. As I've said in other videos, I did have to remove a bad branch in the center, which might have allowed the branching to go out in all these different directions. I call it my baseball glove tree here because it's sort of shaped like a baseball glove. Lots of flowering this year. I'm sure I'm going to have some fruit set on it. Here's some of the flowers that are still hanging on there. Got some avocado setting here. As you can see, I have no idea how many are going to hang on. They're all over the place. There's some down there at the bottom too, right above the mulch we have. This little one's the one we got a couple days ago at Maddock Nursery from their growing fields. This is one we're going to plant up today, put it in a bigger container. This is one I got last year that was much smaller than this one. When I got it, you can see how it's sort of gone every direction that it can go. These gems sort of go wild. They go all over the place when they grow, from what everybody I've talked with, their experience with them. This one's I upplanted it last year into that. It's probably ready. If I want to put it in the ground, it's probably ready, but this is the one I'm putting in a container next. What I like about this has branching north, south, east, and west. So it should be a really balanced tree. As you saw, the one that I saw there with all the avocados already setting on them, not interested in that. We know those aren't going to hold. I look for the graft union. Make sure there's no growth below it, which would tell us that the graft union isn't really good. But this is a nice healthy tree, still pushing a little growth. Let's get this potted up and show you the result. So as we've shown you many times before, I like to put volcanic barbecue, I guess is the best word you can use for it, rock inside the holes around my container at the bottom. That way I know I'm blocking off, I'm not losing soil, but I'm still getting good drainage out of these. Then we'll start by putting our first layer of soil as usual, and then come back and plant the gem. Well, we've cut open the tree. Let's take a look at the root growth we got down here at the bottom. Got some nice root growth. Shake those up a little. Not much to trim, but what I'm going to do is flare them out on the bottom of this pot so I can get a nice flare of these roots, get them out of this little confined area they've been in. Then we'll get it in there, set it in the pot, and show you what it looks like. But that's how I like to flare out, you know, the roots in these things. There we go. And then this will all be in the top pot soil. May go into a little bit of shock, but I don't think it does. What we do every time. That way will give us some good spreading of these roots in the bottom of this container. So this is a really good example. You see how we can flare these roots out into the soil. Done that all the way around. So now we're going to start backfilling it with the top pot. Got our height where we want it. Get those roots ready to enjoy some new soil. Now that we got the growing medium where we want it, now we're going to add a little bit of nutrition to this. And we're not going to put this right on top of the roots. We're going to put it out here in the soil and give the roots something to grow to. I like to do that in the last couple inches of soil, because as in nature, all the feeding for trees starts from the top and works its way down. We got our growing medium, we got a little nutrition, got some avocado leaves we're going to throw in there. It'll be on our Jan Boyces. But I digress. So we'll put our nutrition in this top layer of soil and finish up the potting of our new gem. So as you can see, we give this a good initial flooding. Get all the air bubbles and everything and let that soil settle around the roots and everything. You can still see we got some feeder roots still showing here. So I'm going to put a little more soil, then we'll put the leaf mulch in there and then some other mulch. But you can see how that water is just soaking it down in around that tree. We'll give it one more good flooding till we get some water coming out of the holes, then finish it off. There is Bella the Squirrel Chaser 2000 on the prowl. Go get him, girl. She's a tiger. Seedling, and here's our finished product. So you can see I crushed up the avocado leaves on this side, finished it with some cedar mulch that I always do. I'm going to finish this with cedar mulch, water it in one more time, and we'll call it good. So that's how I plant up a younger tree into a container. Please like, share, subscribe. Really helps the YouTube algorithms if you can hit that like button if you like the video and see all kinds of different things we do and all the little experiments. Coming up, I've got another video coming up with when we plant a container avocado tree that's been in there a long time and with all the thick roots at the bottom because it's in a real rich water and oxygen condition at the bottom of the pots. As you can see, that's where all the heavy roots normally are. I'm going to show you how we put those in the ground when they've been in a container for a while. So once again, this is the Elsinore Gardener. Please like, share, subscribe. This is our Matic Nursery gem. And then our other two gems over there that we showed you in various stages of 3 years old, 2 years old, and then this one just got to the house. Back off. Thanks again, folks. Have a good weekend. Talk to you next time.